Welcome back. It's good to have you with us. Now, watching a war unfold is painful, but even more so if it affects you directly. Ukrainian Natalia Bruhausen has made, Johannesburg her home at this point, but her family still remains in Ukraine. In the last week, they've been directly affected by the conflict, and Natalia joins us now just to narrate her experiences during this very difficult time. Natalia, thank you for your time, and good morning to you.
Good morning to you too.
Let's talk about what this Ukraine-Russia conflict has meant for your family, the impact it has had on your life. What has happened to your family so far?
So far, they moved to western part of Ukraine. It took them 2 days to travel because, as you know, our home was bombed. Extremely scared, they're stressed, and they lost everything, and yeah, so they took their dogs all together, 5 of them, went to western of Ukraine to my friend's house.
Right.
And with regards to the Russian-Ukrainian conflict, it's quite painful because people now hate each other, and we were brothers to each other, and that created a lot of hatred at the moment, a lot of pain.
Yeah. I read, a quote from Russian President Vladimir Putin saying that Ukrainians and the Russians are one people. They're brothers and sisters. It's just that, in his perspective, the Ukrainians had been brainwashed. What's your view on that, hearing from the Russian president?
It's the view that, from my opinion, that he is brainwashing the Russian people. And the whole world knows the truth. And Putin brainwashing his people. Right now, he said that if the nuclear war will start, we're all going to go to heaven, and the rest will just die.
In terms of the devastation that we see on television, which I'm sure your family members see on the ground each and every day, what do they say about what's really happening on the ground and how tragic those events are for them?
They're extremely tragic, and my family are actually Russian family, and lots of people are Russian. They didn't need to be rescued. They didn't need to be kind of enslaved. Nobody had slavery. The Ukrainian people are not Nazis, which we've been called by Putin fascists. He does exactly the opposite from his side.
Right. And what would you like to see then, Natalia, happening? If you would have your way, or you could advise Putin around this time, what would you like to see happen right now?
I would like him to apologize and move his military out. So, but his dream is coming true. So he wants to be in the history, he wants to be in the school books. He already achieved it, and but he is not stoppable like a maniac at the moment.
Yeah. We've also seen some protests going around, even in parts of Moscow, people being arrested for raising their voice against the Ukraine invasion. In terms of that handling, that situation, how could it be better handled in your view? Because the Russians are also taking a stand, at least some of them, but they know the consequences. They might face jail time, they might be persecuted, they might be injured by law enforcement. But how would you like to see them being better handled? I
think they have to carry on, standing up, having protests, even if it costs consequences like this, like being in, it'd rather be for 2 weeks in a jail and then to see the country being smashed to the ground.
Yeah.
They have to fight for the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
And for the Ukrainians and Russians who are outside of the country, who are in other parts of the world, what role do you think they can play right now in raising their voices?
Raising voices is in media as well, to spread the truth, news. Our Russian people, our Russian friends, should show some empathy and understanding towards Ukrainian people, which is a bit lack right now. They just worried about their consequences, about the flights, what is it. And I think they have to wait a little bit and at the moment show some empathy.
Yeah. Well, Natalia, I appreciate you speaking to us. I'm sure it's quite a difficult time seeing everything pan out on television while you're here in Johannesburg in South Africa, but I appreciate you raising your voice and, of course, leading by example. Natalia Bruhausen joining us right here on the South African Morning, and just knowing that, you know, her family had to even relocate to safety. We, of course, are grateful that they are safe indeed, Gareth, at this time. Can't imagine what both Ukrainians and Russians outside, you know, of their countries respectively are going through at this time.